7th grade, if you are not yet done with your self-check, then please turn this video off and come back to it when you have finished lesson 14, your self-check, which is due today, Thursday, April the 30th. I have already sent out a video of your language review for the test, so check that out. We're going to grade this. We're going to grade all of these answers, so please follow after carefully if you're grading it. And I need to know the numbers. I need you to put the number wrong from this lesson on the test then to hand in this weekend. Disregard anything that I said about keeping track of the number wrong. I think I said for like the spelling on lesson 12. Don't worry about that. The only number that I need on your test is the number wrong that you get on the self-check, lesson 14. Let's look at these diagrams right away since they're here in front of us. Carefully grade them. Number 47, the. The is an adjective. It is not part of the name. So the must be diagrammed as an adjective here. Okay? The snowy mountain scheme. That's the name of a project or The snowy mountain scheme must be one name. If you have snowy and mountains as adjectives, just make it one wrong, not two. Okay? The must be here. One wrong if the is not here. If you have snowy and mountains as adjectives, just one wrong. All right? That should be the subject. Snowy mountain scheme. Plan is in a positive. So diagrammed with the parentheses. A conservation plan needs to be under plan, not under the scheme. Okay? Provides is the verb. What is provided? Water is a direct object. And for irrigation, prepositional phrase. So check that one out. Carefully grade that. Number 49. Marlene arrived at the party. Prepositional phrase under the verb arrived. And then you have just a tiny little dependent clause before verb to verb. If this goes anywhere else, besides from the verb to the verb, it is one wrong. Okay? Relative pronouns go to from whatever word is being modified to the subject. Subordinating conjunction, verb to verb. So before I did. Alright, so check those out and listen to me. Only count the number wrong of the one that you got the least amount wrong on. Okay? So if I got 5 wrong on this one and only 2 wrong on this one, you only count 2 wrong. If I got 10 wrong on this one and 0 wrong on this one, 0 wrong. Okay? So just give me the number, just keep track of the number wrong of your best diagram. Okay? All right. Cool this down so you're not distracted by them while I give you the rest of the lesson answers. All right. Carefully grade the rest of the lesson. Extras are wrong in most of these places. If you have brackets, parentheses at the wrong place, one wrong. Extras are wrong, missing are wrong. Number 1, commas. You need to pay attention to this comma section. You need to pay attention to the lesson a couple lessons ago that had a bunch of rules about commas. Okay? Where is that? Lesson 9. Whole bunch of rules. 13 rules of comma use. Okay? There's going to be a section like this on your test where you need to put in commas. Number 1. You should have a comma after closed. Town has been closed, comma. Everyone, comma. It seems, comma. Uses our road as a detour site. So 3 commas in number 1. After closed, after everyone, and after seems. If you have 3 commas at other places and you miss those 3, that would be 6 wrong. All right? Extras, if there's a comma at the wrong place, 1 wrong. If you're missing any, 1 wrong. So 3 commas after closed, everyone, and seems. Number 3. Australia consists of these 6 states: New South Wales, comma, Victoria, comma, Western Australia, comma, Queensland, comma, Southern Australia, comma, and Tasmania. 5 commas after Wales, Victoria, Australia, Queensland, Australia, and that's it. Number 5. 2 commas in number 5 with the date. November 22nd, comma, 1963, comma. Number 7, 2 commas. No, comma, I haven't found your pocket watch, comma, but I'll keep looking for it. Number 9, 2 commas. Whenever Joe, comma, travels, let me check that. That doesn't feel right to me, but I think it's right. Number 9. No. The comma is after travels. Number 9. Whenever Joe travels, comma. I thought that didn't seem right. Comma after travels. Not after Joe. He takes along several audio books, comma. Okay, several audio books, comma, and then it's describing what audio books are. Printed books read aloud on cassette tapes. So comma after travels and a comma after the first books. Excuse me. 11. Use a comma after the greeting of a friendly letter and after the closing of all letters. Must be in that order. Greeting, closing. Number 13. Underline is. Put linking in the blank and put PN on top of state. Linking in the blank. Is the verb underlined and PN on top of state. Number 15 is also linking. The verb is also is underlined, and left-handed is a predicate adjective, PA on top of left-handed. Number 17, underline the adjectives. Put parentheses around adjective phrases. Remember, there are lots of adjectives, all right? And you have the number here. Half point each, 14. That means there's 28 things that you're doing with if you do the whole thing, but of course you're not doing the whole thing. Number 17. Again, extras. If you have words underlined that are not adjectives, it is wrong. If you're missing any, it is wrong. Okay? There's potential to get lots wrong on a section like this. So please figure out what adjectives are by tomorrow if you haven't figured them out yet. 17. You should have Miss Diana cautiously opened the crumpled underlined. Go on in that line, you have a half-eaten underlined. Second line of that sentence, number 17, a wrinkled underlined. In parentheses, with several bruises. And underlined in that phrase, several. And then you should have an empty Pepsi underlined, describing can. Go back and listen to this again if you missed some, if you need to. I'm not going to go over it again. Number 19. The underlined, automobile, not automobile, but the underlined. And then you have the powdery underlined, a miniature dust underlined, and the sputtering underlined. One option they give you, you do not have to have dust underlined. You could have dust storm as a compound noun, but dust could be underlined. I think it's best if you do, but it is not wrong if you do not have dust. A miniature underline, modifying dust storm, or a miniature dust, modifying storm. All right? 21, underline adverbs, put parentheses around adverb phrases. There are not usually as many adverbs in a sentence as adjectives. Number 21, suddenly, underlined. The boys leaped overboard, overboard, underlined. And in parentheses, toward shore. 23 is a positive, and a positive follows another noun or pronoun and renames it without using a linking verb. 25, participle phrase that modifies the wrong word is a misplaced participle. 27, relative pronouns introduce adjective clauses. Number 29, objective case pronoun. Objective is 29. Number 31, participle phrase. Ron leaning back too far in his chair. Now, which Ron are we talking about? You know, you have a room full of Rons, and it's the one leaning back too far in his chair. So underline, leaning back too far in his chair, and circle leaning. 33, put brackets around adjective clauses. 33, which was owned by Mrs. Orville Reed, in brackets. Okay, you have one bracket or the other at the wrong place. You have both of them at the wrong place, just one wrong. Number 35, who were sitting by the wood stove, in brackets. 37, after I put my shoes on, in brackets. 39, a positives, and a positive phrase in the positives. You should have underlined a clay-like mineral that is the source of aluminum. Make sure you include everything that goes with that mineral. A clay-like mineral, and then you have the dependent clause, that is the source of aluminum. That goes with it. So that entire thing underlined and mineral circled. 41 is me. 43 is they. 45 is we. Please keep track of the number wrong on this and one of your diagrams, whichever diagram you did best on, and then put this number wrong on the test tomorrow. Test is tomorrow. I will remind you tomorrow about the test, maybe have some announcements about that, and remind you to put the number wrong from this on there. Okay? All right. Good day.